When I got out of the military, I had a hard time translating my military experience into the civilian world. I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't for my wife, I probably would have been that homeless or impoverished vet. But it can be easier with the right support. I'm Mark Casper, and I'm the Executive Director of Tech4Troops. In today's world, you have to have a computer to be able to apply for jobs. Our mission is to empower veterans in need with computers and training to get back in the workforce.
Here at Tech4Troops, we're here to push you forward to get you back to where you want to be in life. When the veterans come in, I teach them everything you could think of that's done with a computer. I want them to feel that this is a tool that's going to help them get their life back.
I went into a kind of a deep depression. Eventually, I lost my job and I was out on the street. The computer was able to connect me to the web, and I was able to start putting resumes out. And you have to have these small building blocks to get from point A to point B. I'm not worried about employment anymore.
The need is great, and we want to be able to support our veterans across the nation.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Tech4Troops Cup Series, brought to you here on the IWM Broadcast Network. Thanks for tuning in here on Wednesday night to our event. I'm Rick Souza here in the booth with John DeRudris. And John, this is Vegas. This should be a fun race.
It's going to be a fun race, and the dice will be rolled tonight here. It's always a fun track to go to because we tend to see the true stars shine here in Vegas. And looking at the field, a great field of cars tonight, a lot of really great paint schemes as well. I'm seeing a lot of new ones, as well as the Aflac Duck right there on the screen, which is great to see. No, that's not Carl Edwards. However much we do wish he could be a part of the series. Either way, we're here at Las Vegas, Tech4Troops Cup Series, and we're going to bring you all the action live. We have about a minute and a half left until we go into qualifying. So let's talk a little bit about what to expect tonight here in the Tech4Troops Cup Series and Goat Racing Diecast Las Vegas race. 125 laps with pit road speeds at 50 miles an hour. No quick repairs, 5 sets of tires, 60% fuel, which we estimate anywhere between 40 to 43 laps on a full tank of gas, and 3 green-white checkers. Track temp fairly consistent right now with the weather outside, about 85 degrees, so that tells me the track will be grippy. It tells me the track will be very racy, so maybe some multiple lines going to be formed here as the rubber gets laid down here in Vegas.
All right, let's move on to the keys for tonight's event.
Absolutely. So looking into tonight, a big key, especially with what I predict longer runs, will be tire management. So making sure you keep those 4 tires underneath you, the right sides, will be very important here tonight as these runs go on. So looking to see how that works and tying that into the second key, which is pit strategy. Do you pit with friends? Drafting can be a part of this race, especially when it comes to the third key, which is track position. But with pit strategy, pitting with your teammates, and do you take the risk of taking right sides only? That's going to be the big key for tonight. And then tying that into track position, I think is going to be very important to start up out front, specifically for the fact that typically this field gets spans out the entire track once you have a couple green flag stops or at least one green flag stop. So track position, pit strategy, tire management, all the necessary keys to master and win. You're the best hand here tonight at Las Vegas. Looks like we got everything wrapping up and we're about to go to qual.
All right, looking who's on the track. Let's see who is leading off. That's Charles Van Scoik, headed out to get his qualifying in, and we'll bring you some qualifying tonight.
Yeah, Chuck looking to add another win to his 2-win season so far here in Season 5 of the Tech4Troops Cup Series, sitting right behind Lilith Peters in points in P2. So he's looking to really master this track, and I think he'll be up at the front. Definitely a big turnaround from last season, Rick. If you remember, Chuck he just seemed to be caught up in everything. And so we'll see how he prevails. And he has prevailed this season, being one of only 3 drivers who have had multiple wins this season alongside Lilith Peters and James Lowe.
Yep, we'll get his qualifying in, and then maybe we'll jump to some of the graphics of where we stand right now in Season 5.
Absolutely.
So this is one of those tracks where the fastest lap is typically your second lap. Should get one time up. And boom, there we go. Times are beginning to fall in. Now that's
and Mike Slatker at the top.
Yeah, and that's typically your first lap time. So again, as we said, that second lap time will typically be much faster.
Yeah, tire temps heat up. The pressures get to where they need to be, and you start to see some of these drivers really get to the bottom side of the track, like you saw Chuck right there, about to enter this trial. We'll see what he's able to do. Currently up there on the board, sits all the way at the top now.
Yeah, now we'll begin to see
Look
the
at
rest of
that.
those drivers sort of to kind of pop in and begin to populate.
Great lap from Chuck up there. Nathan Harper puts in a heater right behind him. Aaron Jackson, now you start to see these times, identical times between the 12 and the 4.
All right, that's the majority, I think. Let's just see who's still out.
Oh,
Running Christopher Howell. Oh, Chris Worrell jumped up. That's a hot time.
yeah. And Jeff Nairn up there at the P3,
And
splitting Chuck and Aaron.
Jeff definitely needs that. Well, speaking of that, let's go ahead and take a look while these drivers are finishing up qualifying and take a look at where we stand.
Yeah, for sure. So looking at the playoff standings right now, it's Season 5. At the top of the board, Season 4 champion Lilith Peters, continuing what she did last season. She's up there in P1. Right behind her is Chuck Van Scoik with 2 wins, and James Lowe in third with 2 wins, followed by Nathan Harper and Chris Worrell. So looking at the rest of the standings, though, all the way from 6th to 16th, it's tight. It's going to be a tight battle, specifically for that cutoff line. One bad race, and you could be plus or minus there for that last playoff spot. So it's very important. And looking at the drivers who've been the most consistent, talking about Mike Slatker, we just saw him go to the top, one of the top of the boards, top spots there. Ty Bostic as well had a great run in the All-Star race. And so looking to see how those drivers bounce back. And, Luke Bullard, that win in the All-Star race on Monday, could he propel himself to potentially win here very soon? He's right there sitting nice and pretty in P9. But, Rick, you got some newcomers in the league. Aiden Lucas sitting in P15. Scotty Grove sitting there in P11. So it's good to see some new names, new faces up here battling with some of these seasoned vets. But those are our standings as we go to Vegas.
All right. Just to recap, just bring up the current team standings after Texas. Southern E Motorsports finds itself on top of the pack, edging out Kaiju Cat by just 5 points and ahead of Team Rocket. So a little bit of change in the shakeup. Goat is there as well, but there's the current team standings. We'll keep up with that each and every week. All right, qualifying is pretty much almost wrapped up, and once we finish up with these last few drivers, we'll go ahead and get the grid. Should be momentarily.
Yeah, should be right now. Literally, there it is. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to have the pole? We'll give you those and give you that answer here in a second. Looks like the pace car has made his way down to the start-finish line, and this field is starting to populate for tonight's Tech4Troops Cup Series race from Las Vegas. On the pole, none other than Chris Worrell there in P1 with Charles. Chuck Van Scoik in P2. Jeff Nairn in third, with Aaron Jackson starting in fourth. In fifth, you have Nathan Harper and Sammy Harrell starting in P6. Mike Slotker, who I just mentioned before, P7. Dalton Schley starting there in P8. Christopher Howell starting there in position number 9. And rounding out your top 10 is Philip Vandertwick.
In 11th, Austin Call. 12th is Christoph Hall. Justin Horton finds himself in 13. To the outside, Dustin Coggin. In 15th, Cody Sturgill. And 16th, Aiden Lucas. In 17th, James Lowe. 18th, Scotty Grove. Ty Bostic is in 19th. And John Ledger in 20th.
In 21st, you have Andrew Pelschley. In 22nd, Justin Lewis. 23rd, Luke Bullard. 24th, Jeff Nini. 25th, you have William Corinne, with Jeremy Flanagan, who was outside in 26th. Rusty Plant there in 27th. Wyatt Gray starting in 28th. Greg Stone starting in 29th. Marco Berube starting in P30, with Pete Woodrum and David Watts starting in 31st and 32nd.
All right, so while the grid is almost there, we're still waiting for I think we're waiting for one driver to join the field, which happens to be your pole sitter. That's that big empty spot right there, right behind the pace car. Waiting for Chris Worrell to jump in. We will get this race underway.
Got about 20 seconds left. So not sure if he went to the bathroom. Not sure if he just wants a challenge. Got about 10 seconds.
Oh, there
he is. I was about to be like, okay, well, your pole sitter is now going to start from the pits. But that's not going to happen.
Oh, yeah, that is how that works, isn't it?
Yeah, so if you miss the start here on iRacing, and it counts down, typically it's 2 minutes. Depends on how the league is set up and how that's run. It looks like, okay, he's going to go. Hopefully it doesn't stack up. If you don't make that, you have to start the race from pit road and wait until the leader hits the green flag, and then you are able to go. So oftentimes you may get a lucky caution. You don't have to worry about that, but oftentimes you will find yourself way in the back of the field. So
all right. Again, we appreciate you tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network of the Tech4Troops Cup Series. You've got here tonight the Season 5 at Las Vegas, and tomorrow night, if you would love to tune in, we are bringing you the INRS Series from the Roval.
it's going to be a fun race tomorrow night for sure. Do not want to miss that. And it's going to be a very fun race tonight here on the IWM Broadcast Network. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in. If you haven't already and you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe, because we're going to bring you all live action from the Tech4Troops Cup Series, as well as the INRS, from Rick and I broadcasting every single one of those races here Wednesdays and Thursday nights. But here we go. Pace cars down pit road. You got the flag man with the green flag in his hand. And we're about to go racing in Vegas. Green flag is in the air.
Good jump by Chris Worrell out front.
Field makes its way down into turn 1 and turn 2.
Tires still are not up to temp yet, so you got to be a little gentle on how you work. But as you can see back through the field, lots of movement going on as drivers begin to try and find their way. They can make up a position here or there, especially at this early stage. You got to take it. They're 2 and 3 wide at the back of the field.
There they are, 3 wide. That's the 48 of Vandertwick. Christoph Hall. On the bottom side, I believe that is the 50. The 50 machine there of Justin Lewis. Also, a lot of great paint schemes tonight. I saw Sharpie paint scheme. I saw the Aflac paint scheme. A lot of good-looking cars as we have a battle for the lead now. Up to the high side.
Jeff Nairn.
Jeff Nairn taking control. Going to lead lap number 2. That's another championship point in his pocket. As they monster into turn 1, you see the 4 right behind. That is Justin Harper. Nathan Harper, excuse me.
Yeah, Jeff Nairn's down 24 points below the cut line. He needs a really good finish here in Vegas.
And it can happen. It can happen very, very quickly, and I think that's something that he's going to be looking for sure. Out of Sims, North Carolina. That 27 car looking very, very strong tonight here as he makes his way there. Oh, loose car on the inside, trying to avoid another vehicle. Looks like they were able to sail that out. But here we go. You're starting to notice the multiple lines starting to form here as Nathan Harper goes to the inside of the 27 and going to lead that lap. And Rick, oftentimes what happens is the field spreads out and then it condenses like this, like an accordion. Now you have 10 cars under a blanket.
Yeah, pretty amazing amount of solid racing here early. I'm a little unclear. We've got maybe just I'll bring up the current timing tower here. I'm not sure who that third car it shows is Mike Slaughter, but I think his paint scheme is a little bit different tonight. He typically is number 14 and showing as the 28.
Oh, contact right there between the 06 and the 88. But yes, that is true. He is twice his number tonight. So if you see the 14, it's actually the black 28 car with the bright yellow and green numbers.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he is maybe doing a Bobby Gibson memorial paint scheme.
That might be what it could be. That might be it. Looking at the number there, I think it actually could be. And looking at the back of the car for sure, I believe that is correct.
Yeah. Sad story here at the Tech4Troops Cup Series. We lost one of our drivers a week or so ago from an automobile accident, and certainly our prayers are with his family.
Definitely making Bobby proud up there in P2 right now, and looking to move his way up to the number 1 position, as we are now about to reach 9 laps complete here at Las Vegas, and the battle is heating up definitely near this back of the pack, back of the front pack. Really, you have Chris Howell, Austin Call, Justin Worrell, or
I just
Austin,
realized that Lilith Peters is not in the field tonight.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Not in the field at all. Now, no matter what happens in the Tech4Troops Cup Series, you have to run a certain amount of race. Oh, the 06 got tapped. We're going to wreck, big wreck in the exit of turn 4. 23, Slavka around 19 involved. Cars going through the grass. The 06 of Worrell got loose. No, that's not Richard Petty sliding through the grass. That's a 00 car.
Not really sure who that is. Rusty Plant.
Rusty Plant. We got more wrecking happening after the wreck, Rick. That was that Vandertwick?
William Curran Jr. went through the field. I don't know. We'll have
We have
to unpack this mess.
It started with the 06. I think the 06 got tapped from behind on the exit of 4, and the rest was history. I see the little bit of a glitch there. It looks like that bumper is just kind of flopping around.
Yeah.
Just doing the fender dance.
All right, let's see if we can. As the drivers come in, let's see if we can.
Yeah, it started with the 06. I could already see right there at the bottom of the screen. It just passed. They were looks like somebody was on the inside of the 06 of Chris Worrell. Let's see if we can figure out what happened with a driver who has had multiple multi-win seasons. Yeah, you could already see he's sideways. Oh, yep. Well, it was that Affleck car that I mentioned earlier.
Who is that Affleck car?
I believe, is that Austin Call in the 47? I believe that is Austin. Yep, that's Austin Call in the 47. Let's
all right, try
see
to
what
get a better
happens
shot
here.
from there. Just give me a second to get a feel for this. All right, let's go. Let's go forward here.
Here they go down in the turn 3. You see the 47 let out of the gas right there. You could tell out of the gas, but still on the left rear of the 06.
There's a tap.
Yep, and then just an accordion effect. There's the 23 trying to avoid it. 06 gets sent
85.
back up the track.
Chalet 23 gets into him.
Yeah, and then you see the chaos forming. Actually, it worked out for the 47, but did not work out for the 06 of Chris Worrell, did not work out for the 23 of Chuck Van Scoyk, or the 19 of John Ledger. There's the 43 going through the grass, as well as, I can't tell, that is the 98.
Yep, 98 of Christoph Hall, the 55.
Yep, that is the
Scotty
55
Grove.
machine. Scotty Grove. There's a 00 of Rusty Plant. And then something happened with the 48 of Philip Vandertwick, though. I don't really know what. I think it was, something happened right here. Because he was up against the wall all of a sudden, and I don't know why. Was it him or was it another bright green car? Couldn't have been him. Had to have been another car. Oh, right there. It just passed him. I don't know who that was, but somebody else was up against the wall. 12.
12.
Ah, that is a 12 of Aaron Jackson, who got a meatball flag, as well as Jeremy Flanagan. A heavy impact there.
Yep, Flanagan's got that bit of debris flopping around. So
yeah, I don't know if that's gonna. He might want to go get that fixed, which it looks like he did. So.
All right. That's certainly going to impact the 06's race tonight. He is definitely down a lap. But our first caution here at lap 13.
Yes, it is. And out front, that 28 car in P1, distribute car to our late friend Bobby Gibson. Great to see that car up there at the front. Tribute to one of the OGs, you could say, of our core iRacing drivers.
And just so you know, Lilith Peters is watching live. Unfortunately, she is in the impact zone of the hurricane in Florida. So our thoughts and prayers are with all of those folks in Florida tonight.
Yeah, that should be hitting tonight, I believe, or early tomorrow morning, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's going to be a mess.
It will. Prayers out to them, everybody out that way. Pace car makes its way down pit road. Slatker has the position, and green flag is back in the air here. Just a little bit of a stack up on the bottom line, and it looks like we have some drivers definitely stacking up the back. Not sure if we're going to have any black flags, but some drivers definitely not by the fault of their own, though. We're kind of all over the place. Typically, if you switch lines before the start-finish line, you're going to get black flag. But either way, we are going green here. See the 22 there of Ty Bostic, Jeff Nair on the high side. That's Sammy Harrell, Luke Bullard there as well, all battling for the top 5 position. As that 28 car, 14 on the power, that 28 car at the point.
Mike Slagler is also part of that Southern E Motorsports group, so we've got some good representation. Bostic, Naren, all part of that same team, running fabulously here in Vegas so far.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 right now. I mean, what? No better way to do it than to do it like that. So,
really, except for the fly in the ointment, that's Sammy Harrell showing in third. It's Southern E Motorsports 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's a sweep if you ask me.
Slogter, Bostic, Harrell, Naren, Bullard. There comes Nathan Harper. Woodrum is there as well. So great showing by the Southern E Motorsports team.
And that's what you need. You need momentum. And momentum can really mean a lot, especially when you get down to the playoffs and when you get into that time of the year. So excited to see what they're going to be able to do as we now are approaching 20 laps here, just a few laps. And as we mentioned in the pre-race, we expect anywhere between 40 to 43 laps on a tank of gas. That might be extended just a little bit by fuel. Not by fuel, by cautions, which we had one of so far, but we'll see what happens as Slapker is pulling away now to about a half-second gap over Ty Bostic, with Sammy Harrell in third, Nathan Harper in fourth, Justin Lewis in P5, Jeff Nairn in sixth, Luke Bullard in seventh, Christoph Hall in eighth, Pete Woodrum in ninth, and now Greg Stone in 10th. Really quick, Rick, the biggest mover of the race, Pete Woodrum up 22 spots.
Holy
Greg
cow.
Stone up 8. Greg Stone up 18, and Justin Lewis up 17 spots. All drivers are within the top 11, so impressive showing so far, to say the least.
Absolutely. Yeah, what a great job we're seeing Mike Slogler do here, getting up front.
Really commanding this lead right now. His gap is growing very steadily, now up to 7/10. So it's all about consistency here. And you don't have to go all out every single lap. You have to manage your tires, especially when all these leaders have not come down pit road. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens now. Looking back, you have Nathan Harper and Justin Lewis, the first cars that are on fresher. Or not fresher, they went and got gas, that are on different pit cycles. But either way, we'll see what happens. As battles now forming between Justin Lewis, Nathan Harper, Sammy Harrell, and Ty Bostic there, all battling under a blanket in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, that battle right there back in for 2, 3, 4, and 5 is still raging right here. That's the 50 of Justin Lewis up there, really competing hard.
Yeah, he's trying to go to the inside now of Sammy Harrell. And he might be able to sneak in right behind him and possibly get a draft going into turn 1.
Oh, contact.
Oh, contact.
Sammy Harrell saves it. How he did that, don't know, but great. Oh, he's still struggling. He is not happy.
Let me tell you, I think you may see a very unhappy Sammy Harrell. And one thing I need to tell you folks, you do not want to make the goat racing guys upset. They do not take anything. They will dish it out. I don't think that was intentional, but you may see a little bit more of a defensive drive out of that 43 now with that 50 car. No harm, no foul. They keep it going in the right direction. As you see the 50 of Justin Lewis going to the inside there in that JL Racing Toyota Camry. Going to successfully make the pass on Sammy Harrell. I believe out of 4. Oh, Sammy fights back on the high side. And while all this is happening, Rick, we have a battle for the lead. Ty Bostic has caught the rear bumper of Mike Slotker, and is going to go to the inside, see if he could find some grip up there, trying to make his way to the lead of this race.
Now, they're teammates, so you never know how that's going to play out, but definitely opportunity for some points.
Points are always good, Rick.
Yes, they are.
Oh, you saw the 48, the 28, which is the 14 on the tower, get a little loose there, as in the 22 going to the high side in turn 1 and turn 2 should have the preferred line and should be able to easily get around the 28 there. New leader, Ty Bostic, the Mandalorian. He always runs that scheme. We have to come up with a nickname for him. It has to be the Mandalorian.
Has to be.
So,
just a notable bit of information: Justin Lewis and Nathan Harper both pitted on that incident at lap 10. So they've got a full tank of fuel. They can go well over lap 50. 53 or so. So they've got some extra gas in the tank. And there's your new leader. Bostic makes his way around and will lead a lap.
looking at the far top right-hand corner of your screen, you're going to see the track map, and the field is very much spread out now. We are 20 laps complete here.
Yep. Coming up to lap 29. So far, great showing so far. We can kind of go back through the field, and top 20 are posted. Christopher Howell is back in 25th. Chris Worrell, unfortunately, as with Jeremy Flanagan, they are both at the tail end, a lap down.
That's unfortunate.
Yep, that 12 of Aaron Jackson that is still in the pits trying to make repairs. I'm not sure if he'll be able to make it out. That was some significant damage to the 12.
Yep, that was.
Oh, there's a wreck. Caution's out.
Oh, caution is out. What has happened here? Austin.
Dalton
us
Shy.
85 of Dalton. Yeah, Austin Call is now. Yeah. All right, so here we go. The 40s. Oh, the 85, a little loose there, is going to come back up the track. There it is.
Most got around, but unfortunately, I think Austin Call got a little bit of that.
Some close calls there.
Doing some wall riding. Unfortunately, that does not bode well for the right side of the 47. All right, looks like the 85 did not come in. All right, caution here, lap 31. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back.
Hello, my name is Jack Raymondson. I manage business development here at Tech4Troops, and I'm my second year with this amazing veteran nonprofit owned and operated by veterans for veterans. I served in the U.S. Marine Corps as an amphibious assault crewman from 1992 to 1996. I also served in the U.S. Coast Guard from 2002 to 2007, joining after 9/11 as an operations specialist, then serving as an instructor at Coast Guard Training Center, Yorktown. I also spent many years as a first responder volunteering as an EMT and fireman. I'm here at Tech4Troops because I believe in our mission to empower veterans and their families with the gift of computers and technology training, as well as our outreach to help curb veteran suicide while providing a safe and meaningful community where veterans are treated with respect and dignity. We are aiming for zero veteran suicide through gaming and other program opportunities. We help veterans regain a new sense of purpose and help them see they have a brighter future ahead of them. It truly is an honor and my pleasure to serve my fellow veterans and help give them a leg up. 2024 is Tech4Troops' 10th anniversary year, and I ask that you help us support our veterans and their families with a computer donation and or greatly needed financial contribution so we can help every last veteran in need. Together, you and Tech4Troops can be change makers. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the IWM Broadcast Network of the Tech4Troops Cup Series. We are in Las Vegas, lap 32, just under caution for an incident at the end of lap 30 involving a number of drivers, the 47, and forgive me, who was the other driver involved?
That was the
85, Dalton Shy. All right. Updates that because of that caution, Chris Worrell was able to get his lap back. And although he is in the pits right now, I think he's still trying to get some repairs done. I'm not sure just how that will play overall if he comes back out on the lead lap.
And Rick, there's a lovely sunset forming here in Las Vegas as this race goes from day to night.
Don't think we have an actual shot of that, but there may be a little bit of a shot. The lights are coming on the track. All right.
There it is.
There we go. Well, some interesting points now that we do know. So that was lap 31. That caution occurred in and around that. A few drivers chose not to come in because they pitted last on lap 11. That's Chuck Van Scoik in the 23. Also the 64 of Cody Sturgill. So those two will be up front. They're both part of GOAT Racing. They will find themselves on top. Chris Worrell is back out. He will be back out on the lead lap at the end of the pack, but he is back on the lead lap. That's positive from that earlier incident. Yeah. Number of drivers on pit road for extended time is Aaron Jackson. Jeremy Flanagan had some early issues. He spent over 10 minutes in the pits. He is back on the track. I think Austin Call is still in getting repairs, or he may have retired. We'll get an answer on the 47. All right, lights are off on top of our pace car. We're about to go back to green flag racing here at Las Vegas.
Here we go. 22 on the inside. Excuse me, 23 on the inside. That's actually the outside. 23 on the outside. Green flag and flying here with the 64 on the inside. Aiden Lucas behind them and Christoph Hall. All GOAT Racing drivers on that alternate strategy. Seeing how that works. Same thing with Christoph Hall. So going to be interesting because everybody else.
There's a good pack of GOAT Racing drivers up there. Cody Sturgill, Chuck Van Scoik, Aiden Lucas, Christoph Hall, all up there towards the front of the of that lead lap cars, battling up the top 5.
We'll see. I mean, the tires are definitely going to be gone here. So, 23 possibly going to be 3 wide here. Yep, he is. Oh, that's going to be tied out of turn 2. Big gaggle of cars now forming behind the 23. That's Ty Bostic.
Three wide.
3 wide through the tri-oval. Up, they shut the door. Chuck, that's not going to last. We've already seen what happens if you get a little too close and see them 3 wide again. Right there. Oh, that was close.
22 came down in front of the 43 of Semi Harrell.
Yeah, that was tight.
19 close to the safer barrier. John Ledger loves to run that high line against the wall.
He does. He's good at it. Oh, car on the wall, I believe. That was, I'm not sure who exactly that was, but I did see a car in the wall coming out of turn 2. See 3 wide again, now through the back of the pack as Nathan Harper takes the point. Mike Slavker in second, Justin Lewis in third, James Lowe in fourth, and Jeff Narin, Cody Sturgill battling for the 5th position.
Just a few cars back, battling for 10th spot. This is a huge battle amongst these guys. A little bit of contact. So the 10 of Aiden Lucas, a little sideways. Scotty Grove a little loose coming out of turn 4.
And Rick, those loose conditions will continue to happen for those drivers who are either burning up those tires or pushing a little bit too hard. Because once you get these tires heated up, they're a little bit tough to cool down unless you slow down pretty significantly.
Notable, Chris Worrell is now up to 17th.
Well, he'll be back up there.
Dug himself up plus 12 spots just this last 7 or 8 laps. Oh, there was contact.
Again.
Scotty Grove and Philip Vandertwick back there, 3 wide.
And that's a tough battle here. You get so much momentum. At some points you're going to have to take the chance and go to the high side, make it 3 wide, or split the gap.
Chuck Van Scoik, as notable, has fallen back to 19th after that restart. And he is probably due in right around lap 52, so about 9 laps.
That makes sense from our mathematical calculations there.
They go a little farther based on the caution, but somewhere in around that spot.
And it's an interesting strategy because if it is about 40 to 41 laps, he'll come down pit road, let's say lap 52, then come back down pit road anywhere between 92 to 94. He can definitely go to the end. So I'm very curious to see what happens as we're now 44 laps complete here at Vegas. Appreciate everybody for tuning into the night's race.
Down on the side of our leader, Nathan Harper is out front leading with Justin Lewis right behind with Jeff Narin banging on that door, and now James Lowe up to 4th.
Caution is out on the track. I'm
Chuck
trying
Van
to
Scoik.
see. Oh no!
I see him in the grass.
Well, it just goes from bad to worse there for that 23 car.
Here at the replay. Oh, there was.
Oh man! Rick,
Who was that? Who
I
was
don't know.
low on the track?
Whoever that was, did something, and there was a term for that. Lepaging the field.
We're looking. So we're waiting for the 48, and that person is.
Is that the 54?
I think that's the 54. Yep, unfortunately, he made it look like he was going down pit road and then decided to not go down pit road. Unfortunately, he turned up.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yep.
I mean, ruined quite a few cars there. I wonder if he hit the apron and tried to save it, but hard hit for the 48, the 40, the 23. Not the best night for the 23 by any means.
Nope. Luckily, with the wins in his pocket. All right, good bit of the field has made their way onto pit road, but the leaders haven't. They just came down around lap 31, but everybody 13 on back, literally everybody has made their way onto pit road.
And welcome to my second key of the race, pit strategy. It's going to be a very interesting race from here on out because the top 10, top 15 stayed out, pit on lap last on 31. The rest of the field coming down on lap 46.
Yeah, interestingly enough, you saw that Nathan Harper, he was leading, he came down.
Mm-hmm.
He had pitted last with everybody else on lap 31. He had no reason to come down to pit road, but his pit strategy.
For sure.
And what we saw that last time. Yeah, we saw that. You saw what happened to Chuck Van Scoik, who was down 10 laps. It made sense to come in.
And I'm just thinking about laps. I mean, let's say you go 40 and 40. So if you pit on lap 31, you pit on lap 71. And then if you pit on lap 71, you have to come back down on lap 111. But if you pit on lap 46, you'll come down on lap 86. And if you pit on lap 86, you'll have to come back down on lap 126, which is after the race. So those drivers on 46 only have to make one more stop.
That's correct.
So unless that we think they can make it a little bit longer. I mean, my calculations before the race were 41.2 laps, but we were thinking anywhere between 40 to 43. So this is now becoming a fuel strategy race.
I think
if we go green to the end.
I think if you gambled and came in on lap 46, you are well positioned.
For sure.
If it goes green, and we have not, this is now caution number 3, so going green is, it's a possibility.
We've had some green flag runs.
We have. So you got to be prepared. Got to Boy Scout it. So.
But either way, Justin Lewis up 21 spots in P1 is your biggest mover of the race there
and
in that JO.
And a new driver.
Yeah, exactly. Out of Columbus, Indiana there. The number 50 machine is, like you said, new to the Tech4Troops Cup Series and making his name known early here. Actually has one of the highest I ratings amongst the field.
And a pretty high safety rating, and pretty much nearly as high as you can get within the iRacing community. So.
Yep. So I ratings go from 0 to 10,000. Safety ratings go from anywhere between 0 to 5.0. And he's sitting at a nice 4.98. That means he's a very safe driver.
Yep.
So
All right, we've transitioned fully into the tonight here at Las Vegas Speedway. The leader always has lane choice on restarts, and Justin has elected to take that inside line. Again, as we stated, the top 11 drivers did not come in and pit on that last caution, so we may see, especially with the drivers who came in, they all came in for fuel. However, a little bit farther back, Aiden Lucas in the 10, he took tires, as did Christoph Hall, but most of the drivers just took fuel. So
I think it might be a little bit of a chaotic start here with the difference in the tires, about 15 laps. So we're about to find out. Pace cars down pit road. We're about to go green, and we are green. Here we go.
plus, can't lose sight of the fact that there was a little bit of a heat cycle in those tires now, with cooling off and then going to heat back up. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you already see some 3 wide almost forming right there. 27 of Jeff Narin, 18 of Justin Horton.
3 wide behind. Ty Bostic up high. Driver
Bostic
backs
in the
out.
middle.
Yeah, the 43 just said,
Or,
maybe this isn't a good place to be, but you saw the 91 say, hey, that's another new driver, Andrew Pelashi, decided to say, hey, 3 wide ain't so bad.
you know, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's your worst nightmare. But sometimes it's fun. So you got to take that chance, and you got to make the move while you can. And calculated, it's calculated risks here on racing on ovals. When to go for it a little bit harder, when to conserve, when to give, when to take. And right now, some of these drivers are all take, as we are looking at the furthest driver as made up. That's on that second strategy. Nathan Harper, he's sitting there in 11th, so still kind of hanging around where everybody else is. So not much advancement there from those drivers who came down on pit road on lap 46. But I think you'll start to notice that once these cycles start to go into these tires, and he'll start to make his way through the field fairly easily.
So I'm thinking, John, that the way to pronounce it, I'm sure the driver will correct us, it's Paleshi.
Paleshi?
I think it's Paleshi.
Yep, exactly what I thought. Paleshi. As I was looking at that too on my side, I was like, Pelashai, and I was like, Paleshi. So Andrew Paleshi in the 91, riding now in P11.
In that Sharpie car?
Oh, it's a Sharpie car.
Yeah. Can't tell you where Andrew is from, but there we go.
Can't tell you where he's from, but we know where he is. He's right here with us
in P11
at Las Vegas in P11.
All right, battling back up front, we'll jump to the leaders, and that is Justin Lewis up front, but he's got a lot of pressure by the 19 of John Ledger.
Look at John go. I vaguely remember John Ledger being good, very good at Vegas, so I don't know why. I just feel like I remember seeing his name up there as he takes that high line, and now we're going to see multiple lines starting to form.
Yeah, as the track rubbers in and drivers find their way, we'll just see how this goes.
Wow, you saw right there, definitely a change in track condition or something, because everybody slid out of turn 2, almost tagged the wall. As John Ledger's going to have a great run now out of turn 4. He may try to make a move. Going into turn 1, will he make the move? He's there to the high side. Keeps his nose clean. Oh, he's going to slide right here big time.
Yeah, he was a couple tenths faster that last time by, but was not able to capitalize on it. Working their way around the 40 of Jeff Needy. 3 wide behind, though. Let's not lose sight of this battle happening here. That's the 4 of Nathan Harper down low. Got Dustin Coggin, Justin Horton, the 06 of Chris Morrell. Now finds himself in the top 10, and he is 3 wide. Lots of drama. He bails. I would do the same. I'd get out of that hornet's nest. He's got his teammate to the outside, 91 down below the 22. Justin Horton up high in the 18. And somebody's blinking a bit. Thought that was the 40.
Yep, 3 wide again with the 40 going high. Lap down car. Oh, hard hitting the wall. You see some drivers all the way up near the top side of this track as battles are happening all over the place, Rick. It's hard to keep up with everything. We see a battle right there. That's the 06 of Chris Worrell battling there. Back up to the front, Justin Lewis.
So something happened with the 72. He was off track, came back on. Back up front, looks like the position for second with John Ledger is kind of spread out a little bit. Sammy Harrell is now up there in third. Those guys are spread out, but you know, the battle continues to rage back here. Chris Morrell, Justin Horton, the 42 now of Dustin Coggin there.
Oh, 06 a little loose. Yeah, they are pushing really hard here. This is for P10, so this is the top 10. From Chris Morrell on back. So they're all battling, trying to get track position. 3 wide again. Ty Bostic in the middle line of a 3 wide battle between 2 red cars. That red car on the bottom hit the apron, slid up a little bit, still 3 wide.
Nathan
06
Harper
sliding
up to 5th. He's one of the highest groups, highest drivers that pitted last on lap 46. He's now up to 5th.
That the back, I've been watching this 06, and the back end of his car is stepping out pretty significantly. I don't know if that's track, I don't know if that's driver, I don't know if that's tires, but back end of that 06 is not happy. Could be set up too. As we see, some action going on.
Go on board with Chris Morrell.
He's going to go to the inside of Jeff Nairn here in the middle of turn 3 and turn 4.
Still in 5th gear. I wonder if there's downshifting going on at some point.
Maybe.
He's definitely counter steering. No, all in 5th gear. Good for his fuel mileage, of course. He's having to finesse that car a bit to get around this track.
Yeah, definitely on exit. And what that tells me is that car is loose. The back end wants to step out. See if he does it here on. Yeah, he's able to keep that one underneath him. We got 3 wide in the back, though, right behind him, Rick.
It's Wyatt Gray, Jeff Nairn. 91, 98, Christoph Hall. 22 is involved.
Oh, got a lot going on.
A lot of battles.
This is all for Wyatt Gray in P8, James Lowe in P9, Christoph Hall P10, Ty Bostic 12th. These positions changing as we speak.
Thinking we're going to start to see pit stops, I'm guessing, in about 10 laps.
I would think so. I would think so.
just past the halfway point here at Las Vegas. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You won't miss anything. We will be side by side.
Hi, America. Mark Casper, President of Tech4Troops. I wanted to take a moment to say thank you for making 2023 such an amazing year. We completed our mission, and it feels good to have another successful year behind us. But I want to tell you, this year, 2024, is our 10th anniversary. 10 years of doing this mission, and you have been so supportive of us. So I want to take a moment to say, please continue to support us. We're going to have an event or more every month. Please stay tuned in our calendar. Please stay tuned on our social media. Join us in the celebration of our mission and what we do. And we look forward to seeing you and having your support for our mission of ending veteran homelessness through bridging the technology divide. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much.
All right, welcome back to the Tech4Troops Cup Series here on the IWM Broadcast Network. We are currently lap 69. Justin Lewis is out front and leading. Sammy Hero in second. Nathan Harper up to third. But we're going to have pit stops happening sometime, probably in the next 4 or 5 laps here. Number of drivers currently in the top 10 will need to come down pit road. Justin Lewis is one of them. He will need fuel.
Yep, Justin Lewis will. You have Sammy Harrell. You also have Luke Bullard and Mike Slatberg. John Ledger as well. And Andrew in the 91 in that Sharpie car.
All right, that's 40 laps from their last pit stop. Plus, they did have one caution, so.
And the 50's doing a great job out front. Oh, a little sideways there from the 43. 50's doing a great job out front, pushing, but not pushing too hard. He's setting the pace and running consistent laps. I've been watching him on my other screen, and I see that he's not letting the back end of the car step out.
We need to go back and look at something. Ty Bostic just dropped deep out of the field, an off-track situation. Let's go back and see what happened to Ty. We're watching the 22 here. No contact with the wall.
Doesn't look too bad, though. He is now on pit road, Rick.
Right there.
Oh!
Came across
there
the
it
nose.
is. And we have some drivers pitting on lap 73. Sammy Harrell, Luke Bullard.
He's the last guy, and here he is trying to get back on, getting on pit road. A little hot. Dude.
Looks like we got word that the 64 was speeding down pit road. Black flag.
Oh, that's unfortunate. 54.
Oh, yellow flag. Yellow is
Caution's
out. Yellow is out. Oh, no. Now that
Justin
makes things
Horton,
very
possibly.
interesting.
He's got some damage. Looks like he may have tried to get onto pit road and spun.
Exactly.
Tried to make it and wound up going back up the track. No damage, but that was precarious.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're under caution for the 4th time tonight for a spin by the 18 of Justin Horton. Tried to get onto pit road. That tell you, though, that's not a bad... All the drivers who pitted last on lap 43 or 46, they're now on pit road.
Yep, I think you might see everybody. You know, because I'm thinking here, the math just still doesn't math to me. Because even if they came down pit road at lap 80, you have to go 45 laps. So, you know, between 31 and 74 even, that's only 43, 44 laps. So it's going to be close. I mean, these drivers will need another caution. I'd be worried about making it to the end.
Yeah, there's one more stop in their future. But it's going to be close.
Is that your crystal ball? You see that in your crystal ball?
I do. I mean, do they need to? I mean, we saw some of these guys make it, but no.
Yeah, I mean, a late caution, and I mean, I would, if it were me out there, I would come down pit road again, top off on fuel, as much as I can, and over the next 40 laps, I mean, I would even try to go to the fuel saving route. I mean, saving 5 laps under 40, it's a little tough, but trying to save fuel, or the other option, running as hard as you can, knowing you have to come down pit road one more time. But right now, it's kind of a question mark. And if we have caution after caution, that'll definitely help fuel mileage, and these guys will be able to make it to the end. But you never know.
Oh, all right. So caution here, lap 79. Caution was actually at lap 75, but number of drivers who were in on lap 77.
These drivers. So looks like we have Chuck Van Scoyk and Andrew Pileshi there coming down pit road.
Guessing that's going to be a splash of gas to go back out. Right now, the only retiree I have is Austin Call. Aaron Jackson hasn't given up. He's still in the pits trying to get repairs made, but he may be gone for the day.
And like you said, Wyatt Gray is going to be your leader.
All right, this field will be keying on Mr. Gray as we get ready to go back to green flag racing with just 45 laps to go. So we may see some drivers trying to save some fuel towards the end.
We might, and you're probably wondering, why do we have such a long line of single file cars on the inside? Well, drivers came down pit road. Green flag back in the air here at Las Vegas. And you see a long line of single file cars, and that's probably where it's going to be for a second until we start to see some side-by-side action. Aiden Lucas and the 4 of Nathan Harper side by side right now, battling out of 2.
Field is getting all stretched out because we were single file.
See a lot of drivers going high because of the cold tire temps. But out front, 71. Wyatt Gray up 27 spots. That's the whole field, basically. In the 88.
Both in the top 10. Scotty Grove also finds himself up to 8th. So the Team Rocket drivers of James Lowe, Chris Worrell, Scotty Grove, all top 7. go on board with Nathan Harper, see just how he's approaching, trying to get up and around Wyatt Gray. Track's a little bumpy.
Yeah, it is, especially in 1 and 2.
Really, the huge difference that fresh tires make. Just great grip. Doesn't seem to appear he's battling a loose car much.
And being behind that 71 might be able to help him a little bit with that. Now he's going to the outside of the 71. Comes down back to the middle lane. Floats a little bit back up top. But back to the point. Nathan Harper up 4 spots in the 4 car in P1.
That battle has allowed James Lowe to creep up, and he is now right there on the inside of the 71 of Wyatt Gray. Trying to take that spot away. I think I would have just gone to school on Nathan Harper, trying to recreate what he just did.
Absolutely. Yeah, when you get behind one of these NASCAR Cup Series cars, the car will handle differently for everybody, but primarily the handling is tight, and you're going to see the 07 do the exact same thing that the 4 just did.
Great move by James Lowe. Put Team Rocket Racing into second place. Nathan Harper continues to lead here. James Lowe in second. Wyatt Gray in third. Aiden Lucas, good showing by Aiden. He is now up to fourth. Christopher Howe up to fifth. Scotty Grove sixth. Chris Worrell seventh. Dalton Shy up to eighth. Sammy Harrell to ninth. And Christoph Hall 10th.
And what I'm noticing is everybody's running pretty flat out. Nobody's saving any fuel. So either they know they have to pit again, or they're just not really worried about it, and whatever happens, happens.
I think you really can't take your foot out of the gas here. You don't have an option.
Agreed. I mean, it's a very, especially the first 5 to 10 laps of a run, you're almost full throttle the entire time.
So Luke Bullard, he's up there now in eighth. He pitted last on lap 73, along with Sammy Harrell. But, you know, the top 6 pitted last 4 laps later on 77.
And also looking through the field, you have Chuck.
So we apologize for any issues or with our stream. We're at the mercy of our ISP, and unfortunately, with this hurricane coming down, we're going to wind up with stream issues. We apologize in advance. If you have any glitches, hang with us. It'll come back. So.
Looking back up at the top spot, Nathan Harper still at the point, but Wyatt Gray and James Lowe have kind of joined the party there.
Especially James Lowe, he's closed that gap. Now with just 30 laps to go. I'm guessing they think they've got enough fuel to make it, or if they don't, as you said, they're going to roll the dice. It is Vegas.
It is Vegas, and the stakes are high tonight. Very, very high. I'm still putting my bet on the fact that they can't make it, but, you know, it's up to the fuel mileage gods.
Yep. They definitely are stretching out a little bit of a gap between themselves and, fourth on back. A little loose at 4. That allowed the 07 to come around, and new leader James Lowe takes over this race.
Just like that, it happens.
Simple bobble, simple spill, a little bit of lack of grip, and boom.
Yeah, one little mistake and your race can unravel, and that's what happened just a little bit there for the 4 machine. Now they are running nose to tail, so the 4 and the 71 tucked up right behind each other. They're coming out of the corner. So will that hurt their tires? You see right there, they got tight, which is going to allow the 71 to go now down to the bottom side.
Sammy Harrell is on pit road. 43 is on pit road. Probably not a bad idea. If you need fuel, get it, take it. Watching his time in the box. He must be getting tires. Definitely saw right side, left side, total time 14.68. Yeah, he did a full pit stop.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that puts him a lap down. Ty Bostic also on pit road. Now with just 25 laps to go, Bullard, Ledger, and Slaughter on pit road. Greg Stone on pit road.
There's the sign right there. Drivers coming down with 25 to go.
Oh, man. Saw the 71 dirt tracking through the corners there. Super loose.
Yep, here comes the 4 to take advantage of that. Able to do so.
All right, this green flag pit stops is certainly going to take its toll. Field is getting a bit jumbled up right now. We're watching now the 07 on pit road.
Your leader coming down pit road.
Dalton Shy also on pit road.
Yeah, they definitely can't make it to the end. So they decided to almost split the stage just a little bit. See if they can maximize the first run and the last run.
This is a full stop for these guys, tires and fuel. Scotty Grove now on pit road, as well as Cody Sturgill. Good showing so far tonight for Cody Sturgill. So the question now goes back up front, when will Nathan Harper come down pit road?
I mean, he's running a full second off of his fastest lap time, so they are shedding time off right now.
Yep. So they've determined you've got to pit. So as we've always talked about, you're probably better off coming down early than late. But I mean, logistically, he could run to 117, which is not that far from where we are now.
Also, could he be holding out for a caution?
Could be. We're at 104 right now.
I think if we get a caution, yeah, I think if we get a caution before then, like around like 118, or let's say 115, they come down pit road. I think everybody else will, I think, possibly stay out. Oh, car on the wall. That was 71.
Yep.
I mean, you have a lot of strategy going on right now, so we'll see when this 4-car decides to come down. Is it going to be
everybody who came down around lap 100 or around? They're all a lap down.
Yep. Yeah, so it would really jumble everything up there from a track position perspective.
Christopher
Howell on pit.
Yep.
Looks like the 98, I think, is going to come down pit road this time. Aiden Lucas on pit road. And looking at the drivers who are going to be in the best position, James Lowe and it looks like Scotty Grove will be the first cars that have come down pit road that could potentially steal this win. Kind of lap 102 and 103.
Expecting Dustin Coggin. He needs to come down, I'm sure, at some point.
Yeah, James Lowe and Scotty Grove. I mean, they're nose to tail almost.
Again, they don't need a caution to come out.
No, not at all.
Chris Worrell on pit road.
So is Jeff Nairn.
Yep, Jeff Nairn. Pete Woodrum through the grass. He kept it going.
Pass on the grass. All good.
So that's the last thing you want to see if you're just getting on pit road is a car just running across.
30.7. The leader ran a 31.4. So it's there. Now they are still one lap down.
With 14 to go.
With 14 to go. Rick, I have a question. There's no way they could stretch it, could they?
Could they limp it? Let's go on board with Nathan Harper.
Oh my. Let's see. Anything here? Oh, he's coming down pit road. Oh, hold on. Yeah, you got it. Well, that answers our question.
That puts Wyatt Gray out in front. But both he and Justin Lewis, who is in second, they have not been to pit road. Neither has Andrew Pileshi or Pete Woodrum. Those guys are all out there.
The 71 would have to save
Wyatt
a lot
Gray.
of gas. Yeah, he would have to save a lot of gas, a lot of fuel. Yeah, there's no save going on right there. No. My guess is he's going to come down pit road this next time by.
Yeah, and kind of watching how he is manipulating that steering wheel. He's got a lot of slip. He needs tires. He's barely hanging on. A lot of correction going on. No saving, just 11 laps to go. Justin Lewis now on pit road.
I mean, you can hope and pray that a caution comes, but
You know what? It's not going to benefit you because everybody's already been in.
correct. Now, but everybody else came in 20 laps ago, though. So, will that have an effect if there is a late race caution? Getting fresher tires. I mean, it's who knows?
Stay tuned.
Who
We'll
knows?
find out in 10 laps.
Yeah, we'll find out here. I mean,
There's only
70
four drivers that are not on the lead. They're still on the lead lap. Gray, Horton, Paleshi, and Woodrum.
Yep. And Pete Woodrum down pit road.
And drivers are unlapping themselves as they get around Wyatt Gray.
I mean, that's a good 30 seconds. So he can, like, theoretically, he could slow down, 3 seconds a lap and still be able to finish ahead of those guys. He'd probably have to be at 2.8. So the math can be there.
So look at
But
Chris,
how much has he
Chris,
saved up to this point, though?
Chris Worrell just did a 30.28. Wyatt Gray is a 31.74. So a second and a half difference. That's going to be, you're right, that's close. It's possible if you've got the fuel.
Which, I mean, if there's some way he managed to save 5 laps of fuel or 7 laps of fuel when we just didn't catch him, that'd be phenomenal. I mean, he's
Still, 8,000 RPMs.
Is this it? Is this coming down pit road? Yeah, here he comes. Oh, he's a little hot. Oh, he's good, though. Alrighty, your leader, 71, Wyatt Gray, with 8 laps to go, coming down pit road.
That puts Justin Horton, the last car, who pitted last on lap 78, out in front.
So this is interesting to me. Because 78 puts you have to run 47 laps. We thought max, we saw what, 43, 44? Could he save three laps of fuel and beat out everybody else? Now he has Chris Worrell 10 seconds behind him. So
With 7 laps.
he has, yeah. Oh, no, here he comes down
Here he
pit road.
comes, that's
Man,
it.
that is it. So, your leader, none other than
the Mr.
Chris Worrell.
Chris Worrell. Even with the bobble, even with the incident back in lap 10. And you've got the 07, his teammate, sitting in P2.
Nothing short of amazing. Went from
All right.
being wrecked with 5 to go, and now he's leading the race.
That's crazy. But we have come to expect things like this out of Chris Worrell. All right, 5 laps to go here in Las Vegas. We're going to take a quick commercial break, side by side. You won't miss anything. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a way to safely and securely dispose of your old electronic devices? Why not donate them to Tech4Troops? Tech4Troops is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to bridging the technology gap for in-need veterans and their families. The donation process is quick and easy. Simply go to tech4troops.org and click on the donate link at the top right-hand side of the page. Scroll down to access the Give Back Box link. To create your shipping label, click Add to Cart and complete the checkout process. The shipping label is good for up to 50 pounds. You can recycle most standard shipping boxes to send in your devices. Oh, don't forget the power cords. Give new life to your old technology by responsibly recycling with Tech4Troops. Help save the environment and support a veteran.
All right, welcome back to the Tech4Troops Cup Series here on the IWM Broadcast Network. Just 3 laps to go. Your leader, Chris Worrell in the 06, followed by James Lowe. Nathan Harper is in third, Sammy Harrell in fourth, Aiden Lucas in fifth. That is your top five.
That is your top five, and we are looking at the top dog right now, the 06, Chris Worrell. And
Really,
looks like we had a pass for second place. Nathan Harper up to P2.
yeah, a remarkable run by Worrell, able to come back from getting wrecked in an earlier incident, getting caught up in a caution, and now through some good pit stops and good strategy, finds himself out in front. Nathan Harper blows by the 07.
Yeah, he's
James
gaining
Lowe.
massive time. He's gaining massive time. It's going to be a little too late.
The final lap here in Las Vegas.
Oh, hold on. Oh, that could have been crazy. A little bit of contact maybe, but here we go out of turn 4. Chris Worrell, who's going to win tonight in Las Vegas. Nathan Harper in second. James Lowe finishes in third. That is your podium.
All right, we'll get
Stay
you
tuned.
the,
We will be Yep.
We'll get you the results, and as John was about to say, we will have driver interviews just a few moments away.
So don't tune away. We can see the numbers. We can see when people start to tune out, and you don't want to miss hearing the drivers talk, especially a driver who got wrecked early in the race, and now he is up in victory lane. Well, currently he's on the front stretch, but will be in victory lane very, very soon. Chris Worrell back to victory lane in that 06 Fender car, where we've seen him a lot here in the Tech4Troops Cup Series. Ready to burn down the house.
All right, results are in. Results are in.
I don't see him.
Hello, results.
They're taking their time. You have a Polish victory lap going on by the 06. Tribute to Alan Kowicki. Have a little refresh of our graphics and of our timing chart.
And for some reason, our results are not coming up. So, yeah, I think we're just going to have to read them off based on what we believe to be. I have no idea why our graphics are not popping up.
Alrighty. Well, hey, no worries. We can go ahead. Let's look at the start of this list, starting with Chris Worrell finishing in P1. You have Nathan Harper there in second place with James Lowe finishing in third. I'm going to wait for the top of the tower to
There we go.
come across. Hey, look at that. There they are. Aiden Lucas finishes in P4 with Sammy Harrell in P5. Luke Bullard in 6th. Wyatt Gray in 7th. Ty Bostic in 8th. Christoph Hall in 9th. And John Ledger finishes in the top 10 in P10.
All right. In 11th, Christopher Howell. Mike Slaughter in 12th. Dalton Shy in 13th. Scotty Grove is in 14th. Jeff Nairn is in 15th. In 16th is Cody Sturgill. 17th is Greg Stone. 18th is Charles Van Scoik. Justin Lewis in 19th. And Marco Bruby in 20th.
In 21st, Justin Horton. In 22nd, Andrew Palesci. In 23rd, Pete Woodrum. 24th, Dustin Coggan. 25th, William Corinne. 26th, David Watts. 27th, Rusty Plant. 28th, Jeff Nani. 29th, Jeremy Flanagan. Philip Vandertrick finishes in 30th with Austin Call and Aaron Jackson finishing in 31st and in 32nd. Stay tuned. We're going to have driver interviews with the podium finishers very soon.
Let's bring in Mr. James Lowe. All right, congratulations, James. Great finish, good strategy, definitely worked out.
Yeah, I wish the last one worked out a little bit better. I don't know what happened there on the pit stop, but I came out and I was just wrecking loose the whole time, which hadn't felt like that the whole time after changing tires, so I'm not sure what went on there. But yeah, overall, good run. Okay. Sucked at qualifying tonight, so I had to come from the back. We
Well,
managed to miss a lot of calamity because, Jesus, I saw a lot.
but hey, you know, plus 14, you came up, you qualified 17th, not where you'd want to be, but great finish.
Yeah, the name of the game is just kind of take it easy. I don't. There were some guys that were like shifting in the beginning, and I don't know what they were trying to do, but I knew there was going to be some tire fall off, and we just picked them off slowly, one by one.
Well, great finish. Any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my Aunt Mary Alice. I know she's out there watching Black Car Mafia. I'm sure they're out there watching us. Chris, Scotty, and Chris now. We got a lot of Chris's in here. You guys for broadcasting earlier, for putting on the league, and the guys for putting on a pretty decent race. Not too much mess, but there's still some stuff we need to clean up, especially with pit stops. You shouldn't be having caution during pit stops. Just not cool.
Yep, totally understand. All right, that's your third place finisher, Mr. James Lowe, and we welcome Nathan Harper to the booth. Nathan, congratulations on your second place finish.
Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Shoot, yeah, P2. I think that maybe would have won the race. I mean, I don't know what all happened with other people's pit stops, but yeah, we had a terrible stop per usual. I gotta get better at pit stops. When I took rights, the car actually felt like way faster, at least for that short run we were gonna have. So I don't know. Maybe I would have won it. Maybe I would have been right there for the lead. But either way, I mean, P2, shoot, we'll take it. We're having a solid point season, so I mean that's all we can really ask for.
Absolutely, yeah. We saw that late charge at the end of the race there, and thought you really had something for you, but you just ran out of laps.
Yeah, I needed way more. I was definitely catching, but I had to push hard for P2, and it paid off. So
Not a bad place to finish.
Yeah, we will certainly take it.
Absolutely. All right, any shout outs tonight, Nathan?
I'd like to give a shout out to my team, Kaiju Cat. Only two of us were able to show up, unfortunately. Shout out to Wyatt there. We had some TV time there racing the 1-2. We usually run super speedways together, and we're trying to expand our racing other than super speedways, and it was pretty cool to race for the lead up there with him. Yeah, we're still learning, but shout out to him and everyone who showed up tonight. Pretty good turnout, and for you guys putting on the show on the broadcast.
Got it. All right. Thank you, Nathan. Congratulations on your second place finish. And with that, we bring into the booth Mr. Chris Worrell. Chris, congratulations on your win tonight.
Thanks,
man, we were after what happened to you on lap 10, we were worrying.
Yeah, I was too. It really sucks to be the first one to get wrecked by the new guy, but I mean, he apologized, so it happens, I guess.
Yep.
But yeah, it was cool to come back and get the win there. I think this is my fourth win in a row at Vegas in IWM. So that's pretty cool. I wanted to keep the streak going.
Well, you certainly had it. We popped into our cockpit cam a couple of times. Saw you really having to wheel that car around. It certainly was a bit loose. That hind end seemed to be stepping out a bit on you.
Yeah, it was. Taking the two tires is what got me the win there at the end. It was just so slick when you had two fresh tires on the back. Like they'd wear equally, and then it would just get so loose equally. So when I took the right side tires, it kind of like gave half the car grip, the part that I needed, and the other half really dull. So there's no grip on the left, but I could just haul ass around there on the right sides, which was pretty fun. So I think that's what got me the win tonight.
Well, definitely congratulations on that. You now are first 3-time winners. I get that right for this season?
I think this is my second win. Actually,
oh, this is your second win. Sorry. Well,
yeah.
Hey, you join an elite group at this point. So.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's not exactly last year, but it's going good so far.
Yep, absolutely. So, again, congratulations on your win. And John, where are we next week? I'm running to the schedule.
New Hampshire. going to go to New Hampshire, Worldwide Technology, and then to end out, before we go to the playoffs, Talladega Super Speedway. But next week we are heading all the way up to New Hampshire Motor Speedway, which should be a fun, flat track. I use fun and say that with all the sarcasm in my body. Depending
I'm sure
on,
you
hey,
guys,
I'm a fan of the track, so I like it. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you're gonna love it next week, John. You're gonna have a great time in the booth, I bet.
yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you for the support.
We'll see who takes that lobster
lunch.
home. So,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but I'd like to thank teammates James Lowe, Chris Howell, Scotty Grove, Black Car Mafia for giving us Scotty this season, him for toughing it out through all these cautions. Tonight wasn't as bad as lately. Still got some green flag runs kind of messed up there, but either way, it's getting better. It's looking a lot better in the beginning of the season. So, shout out to the league too for doing better. Everybody that's from Florida. I know Chad and Lilith are, they're from the Tampa area, so they, hopefully they were able to get out and evacuate. And I think there was one other person from the league that was from Florida. Hoping everybody be safe down there. And thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. And that's about it.
You got it. Well, there's your winner, Christopher Worrell, winning tonight's race here at Las Vegas. Next week we will be at New Hampshire. If you're still interested in watching tomorrow night, we will be at the Roval with the INRS Racing Series. That should be a fun race tomorrow night. John, any parting words tonight?
Just want to say congrats to Chris, and make sure if you haven't already to like and subscribe, even if you're watching this on a replay tomorrow or maybe this weekend or early next week, whatever it is, and to subscribe as well so you don't miss any action here from Rick and I on the IWM Broadcast Network every Wednesday and Thursday night.
You got it. All right, from us all in the booth, we thanks and have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.